We live at Thornbury, just outside Holsworthy, and we've got about 450 acres organic, and we farm beef and sheep. We have pedigree stabilisers and mainly Highlander and Aberfield sheep.
Well, my grandfather came here in 1939 as a county council tenant, and then I left school in 87. Liz and I got married in 99, and we took on the farm as a whole in our own names in 2001.
We felt that we've learned a lot from being organic, and more recently we've done the rotational grazing, which Bob can tell you more about.
I was probably quite negative towards it, although I wanted to do it. I wanted to kind of prove that, you know, down here being so wet that it will never work, and very quickly found out that it did work and work well. Moving the cattle around, by the time that you came back to that first paddock again, it was like, oh, it's all greened up and there's lots of grass, and you know, it was no issue.
So we've continued with the completely grass-fed, and have been very pleased with the way that the stock finish on the grass. If you'd said that to us, you know, 10 years ago, we'd have gone, that's not going to happen, that's not going to work. Where we want to be is to try and be as efficient as we possibly can, and not increase the numbers, because actually we want to be able to produce a quality product, but know that we're producing something that people really want to buy and want to eat.
You know, we don't quite get the marbling like corn-fed animals, but then grass-fed animals have more omega-3 and other good bits within it, bits and pieces that we actually do need to eat. And so if you've got an animal that you can kind of guarantee is going to, taste good on your plate, that's where we're aiming. You know, we already know that, effectively our grassland is capturing carbon, realistically at the moment, free of charge for the rest of the country. We're not using any artificial fertilizers or chemicals. So if you can guarantee your product to a customer and say, look, this animal came off of this farm, and these are the farmers, these are the guys that that looked after this animal and produced this animal, and this is how it's going to taste, and they've saved your bacon with the carbon that they've sequestered, then I think the eating experience will be better. And if they can, if they're prepared to pay for an eating experience, then hopefully we'll move forward with it.
I think there's also lots of ways of measuring the carbon footprint and things like that. And actually, until we've got a way that we can actually quantify it, it's like the age-old adage of, if you don't measure it, how can you manage it, kind of thing. So whereas we'd like to do that, we need to make sure that we go down the right system, the right audit system, to make sure that we're measuring it in the right manner.
I feel that we're probably very, very negative, carbon negative now, hugely, compared to most industries.
We've done a couple of other things on the farm as well in the past few years. We set up a rainwater harvesting system to capture, because lots of rain, funny enough, falls in this area. So we capture that, which is then utilised here on the home farm. And we also installed some solar panels on the two sheds, the two big cattle sheds.
And we've got a biomass boiler as well, so that's all, using renewable wood, and has to come from renewable sources. So as a farm, we are trying to do our bit.